You've heard it before, countless studies warning us about the dangers of screen time, especially before bed. But how much is this truly affecting us? Let's imagine something for a moment. It's 11 p.m. You are lying in bed, phone in hand, scrolling through social media, maybe watching a few YouTube videos. You think you'll just check one last thing before finally falling asleep, except one last thing turns into another and another. Before you know it, an hour has passed, and now when you try to fall asleep, you find yourself tossing and turning, mind buzzing with the flood of contents you've just consumed. But what if, just for a moment, you stopped? What if you put your phone away an hour before bed and never picked it up again? What will happen? In 2018, Arianna Huffington, co-founder of the Huffington Post, had just launched Thrive Global, a platform focused on mental health and well-being. After collapsing from exhaustion, she realized something crucial. Her relationship with technology was damaging her health, particularly her sleep. Her recovery journey became a personal experiment in learning how to reclaim her nights. One of her key changes: no phones an hour before bed. The results were profound, leading to better sleep, mental clarity, and a sense of peace she hadn't experienced in years. Now, Arianna's story isn't isolated. Countless others have reported similar experiences after ditching their phones an hour before bed. But this isn't just anecdotal. There's science behind why cutting screen time at night is one of the best things you can do for your well-being. Today, we are going to explore what really happens when you stop using your phone before bed. We'll dive into the research, the real-world stories, and the changes you can expect in your sleep, mood, and overall health. Let's start with some sobering facts. According to a 2021 study published in the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine, 71% of people sleep with or next to their smartphone. Even more alarming, 48% of adults report checking their phones at least once during the night. These numbers paint a clear picture. Our phones have become our constant companions, even in the sacred space of our bedrooms. But here's why it gets concerning. The same study found that people who use their phones within an hour of bedtime were 48% more likely to take longer than 30 minutes to fall asleep. They were also 56% more likely to report poor sleep quality. These aren't just numbers. They represent countless nights of tossing and turning and days spent fighting fatigue and irritability. We all know sleep is important. It's when your brain repairs itself, consolidates memories, and gets you ready for the next day. Yet 1 in 3 adults doesn't get enough sleep according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Why? One of the culprits is the device you are likely holding in your hand right now, your phone. Phones emit blue light, and while it might sound innocent, blue light disrupts your body's natural sleep-wake cycle, known as the circadian rhythm. A study by Harvard Medical School found that exposure to blue light suppresses melatonin production twice as much as other light wavelengths. Melatonin is a hormone that signals to your body that it's time to sleep. In simple terms, when you scroll through Instagram or check emails late at night, you are tricking your brain into thinking it's still daytime. This makes it harder to fall asleep and stay asleep. Imagine trying to fall asleep with a bright light in your face. That's essentially what's happening when you use your phone before bed. According to the National Sleep Foundation, over 90% of people use some form of electronics within an hour of going to bed. And this could be the reason why so many of us struggle to sleep well. Now let's discuss how this affects your mental health. There's a study conducted by King's College London which revealed a significant link between heavy smartphone use at night and mental health issues. Participants who frequently use their phones before bed reported high levels of anxiety, depression, and stress. Think about it, you are already winding down for the day, and instead of allowing your mind to relax, you are bombarding it with social media, work emails, and even the news, all of which can be incredibly stressful. It's like trying to unwind with chaos swirling around. If you are constantly using your phone at night, you are not giving your brain the downtime it needs. Over time, this leads to mental burnout, increased anxiety, and even symptoms of depression. In 2020, an experiment was conducted in a small community in Sweden. A group of participants agreed to completely ditch their phones an hour before bed for 1 month. The results? Not only did the participants report improved sleep, but they also saw dramatic reductions in anxiety and stress. One participant even described it as feeling lighter, as if the weight of the day had been lifted by simply turning off her phone earlier. There's a study from the Journal of Sleep Research which found that individuals who reduced their screen time before bed had a 30% improvement in overall mental health and well-being after just 2 weeks. The effects aren't just mental, there's a physical aspect as well. Using your phone before bed doesn't only mess with your sleep cycle, it affects your body in surprising ways. Prolonged blue light exposure has been linked to eye strain, headaches, and even long-term damage to your vision. In fact, a study from the University of Toledo found that the blue light from screens could accelerate damage to retinal cells, leading to macular degeneration over time. While this doesn't happen overnight, the cumulative effects can be significant. By putting your phone away before bed, you are not just improving your sleep, you are protecting your eyes and reducing the risk of developing long-term vision problems. Plus, many people report fewer headaches and less eye strain after making the switch. Here's another angle: productivity. When you stop using your phone before bed, you are setting yourself up for a more productive day. Phones are designed to grab your attention. Whether it's a notification, a message, or an email, your phone is constantly pulling your focus away. And when you are winding down for the night, this distraction can carry over into your sleep, causing your brain to stay on high alert. A study by the University of California showed that those who didn't use their phones an hour before bed had improved focus and cognitive performance the next day. Why? Their brains were better rested and more prepared to handle tasks. So how do you break the habit? It's not as simple as just saying I'm going to stop using my phone before bed. For many, using their phone at night has become a ritual, a way to relax after a long day. But here's the thing, you are not actually relaxing. You are keeping your brain engaged and active, which prevents you from truly winding down. One strategy is to create a phone-free zone in your bedroom. This could mean leaving your phone in another room or putting it on airplane mode so you are not tempted to check notifications. Another approach is to set a specific time each night when you turn off your phone, say 9 p.m. and stick to it. By creating boundaries, you can slowly train your brain to expect rest, not stimulation during that time. Finally, let's talk about the ripple effects this has on your relationships. When you stop using your phone before bed, you are not just improving your health, you are also improving your relationships. Phones can create distance even when you are physically close to someone. If you are lying in bed next to your partner but both of you are glued to your screens, you are missing out on opportunities for meaningful connection. There's a study from the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships which found that couples who kept their phones out of the bedroom reported high levels of relationship satisfaction and intimacy. The simple act of talking without the distraction of a screen allowed them to connect on a deeper level. In 2019, a documentary titled Disconnected featured a couple who decided to do a week-long experiment of no phones after 8 p.m. By the end of the week, they reported feeling closer and more connected, saying that they hadn't had such meaningful conversations in years. In the long run, the benefits of not using your phone before bed are clear. You'll sleep better, feel less anxious, improve your focus, and even strengthen your relationships. While it may seem like a small change, the ripple effect is profound. By reclaiming your nights, you are not just improving your sleep, you are improving your life. So tonight, try it. Put down your phone and see what happens. Because when you give your brain the rest it needs, you wake up to a whole new world of possibilities.